All right, hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to demonstrate a procedure that I learned way back in college in the 80s. Took a criminal photography class. Then we took pictures using a film camera, which we then had to go into a darkroom with and develop inside the darkroom in order to get our prints then. So the procedure that I'm demonstrating today is something I learned called painting with light. If you're outside at night and we had a car crash scene or some other outside scene that needed to be photographed, one procedure we could use if there wasn't a lot of exterior lights outside, you took your flash unit and the camera aperture open to bulb, you would have someone assist you by holding down the shutter button of the camera in bulb mode. And as they held that down, they would cover up the lens. And then someone with a flash would go to different spots. The person would remove the covering from the lens. The other person would then set off the flash, cover back up the lens. That the person with the flash moves to the next spot. The person with the camera then removes the covering, set off the flash, and then keep repeating the procedure till you're all the way around the subject or the object. So we're going to try that now. I have two cameras set up. I have both of them set using the kit lenses that came with the cameras. And we're going to have the apertures open all the way and try it again. I've got the ISO set at 100. When we redo it, I'm going to reset the ISO to a higher amount and we'll see how it comes out. Okay, this is the Minolta X370 film camera that I've had since the early 1980s. We used a similar camera to this in my college class, taking film photography for crime scenes. This has a minimum ISO of 12 all the way up to 3200. We're going to set it two different ways. I'm going to be setting it at 100 and then we'll reset it at an 800. To get to bulb mode on this camera, I need to set the shutter speed to B for bulb mode. You're probably wondering, yeah, but Ken, what does it mean for a camera the shutter to be in bulb mode? Well, as you can see in this photograph of this old-fashioned camera, there was a cable attached to the shutter, and attached to that cable is a bulb, an air bulb. The photographer would squeeze the bulb, which would keep the shutter open, and as long as that bulb was squeezed, the shutter would remain open until it was released, and it was controlled completely by air. Aperture wise, we're using the kit lens. We will put that at 1.7 and we will go from there. Right, the film that we're going to be using for this Minolta camera is the Kodak 400 35 millimeter color print film, 36 exposures. It's our sensor for the manual camera. All right, the other camera I'm going to be using is the Sony a7 IV. This is a digital mirrorless camera. And in order to get the bulb mode for this, we need to do the following. Okay, first we're going to need to set this camera to manual mode. I want to set the shutter speed to bulb. Right now it's at 1/320. Keep knocking that down, opening it up. Bulb, there we go. ISO is at 100, we'll keep it there. Our maximum ISO is 12,800. We'll start it out at 100 and then we'll go up to the 800 when we do the demonstration. All right, we're also going to want to have the drive mode in single shooting. Now, this is also the kit lens. It's 28 to 70 millimeters, 3.5 to 5.6. I have it on f5.6. All right, the subject we're going to be photographing is my Schwinn crate bike, the old-fashioned bike I used to have as a kid. And the flash unit we're going to be using is just a plain Vivitar slave flash for cameras. All right, you guys ready? Okay. Push the buttons down, hold it down. Got them both down. Okay, lenses are covered. All right, with your left hand, uncover the lens. Ready? Okay. Cover the lens back up. And just keep repeating. Okay, let go of the buttons. Okay. Now I'm going to change the settings real quick. We'll do that one more time and we're done.
We keep this covered now?
Oh, you can take it off. Okay, we're going to have that at 800. Thank you. All right, Nick, this is how it came out. Now, what's interesting to see here is that everything was set the same. I only used 4 flashes, but the Sony a7 IV is a lot darker than the Minolta film camera, which came out pretty well. As you can see, though, with the Minolta, there's a little bit of out of focus. That's due to just slight camera shake. And this is due to manually holding down the shutter button. Later on in the video, I'll show you how to try to negate that fact. However, the purpose of the exercise here is just to show you how well painting with light actually works. And as you can see here, I took the a7 IV photo, put it into Lightroom, did a little razzle-dazzle editing in there, and we were still able to salvage the photo. Now we're going to increase the ISO.
Same thing, right?
Yep, cover the lenses. Okay. All right, push and hold the buttons down. Okay, uncover lens. Cover lens. I'm going to get behind you guys here. Uncover. Okay, we're done. Okay, this time both photos look great. Now I'm going to have to give the edge, I think, to the Sony a7 IV by just a skosh. And the ISO was 800, and this time there were 8 flashes. I do have to say the Minolta photo actually looks a little clearer than the Sony's photo. So as I mentioned earlier, let me show you how to negate some of that camera movement. As shown earlier, this old-fashioned camera has the cable with the bulb attached. Modern cameras actually have a newer type bulb shown here. This is a product that was sold by B&H. It looks like it's out of stock right now. Here's another version of that product shown here. Looks like it's from Amazon. But what I just purchased now, and I haven't really used it yet, is this remote control unit, which I'll probably use more toward when I start doing some more astrophotography. Because again, when you're taking pictures of stars, you have to keep that camera very still. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something and had fun watching it. I had fun actually putting it together. I hadn't used painting with light in years. So until the next video, take care.